Alright, hey everybody, Big Pete back here at 850 Armor Works. We're going to be going through this video with some strapping and some detail work on the thigh pieces right now. I haven't put some of the greeblies onto the thigh pieces that have needed, so we're going to jump right into it. We're going to make a bunch of these buckles with straps. So these are just some generic old buckles, nothing special to them. We're going to take this section, this is the female section of it, and we're going to run, I got 3-inch nylon, or it's inch nylon cut to 3 inches. It really doesn't matter what the size is. All I'm going to do is I'm going to fold it through this portion, and I'm just going to glue these together. If you want to sew them, you're more than welcome to, but glue holds just fine. And I'm just kind of doing maybe about 1/2 inch or so, maybe even less, glue onto here. And I'm just going to glue those together real quick. And we come out, I made a bunch beforehand. So you come out with these. We're going to need 2 for the thighs. And we'll need some more for some other strapping later. So, I got these guys. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the front part of both of the thighs, and I'm going to go ahead and place these. You want to make sure they're buckled together when you're sizing them, so that if you were to just put the female half and put it right up to the top, you're going to be able to see the buckle when it's all buckled together. So buckle it together before you glue it. And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to take it down just a little bit past where I want the thighs, maybe 1 inch or so, it doesn't really matter. And I'm just going to glue it right into here. Just like that. So now that it's about right there, I'm going to do that to the other front of the thigh on this guy. Alright, there we go. That's all we need to do to pretty much strap these guys up so that they're ready to go. I got my Velcro on both sides for my, my siding that I went through in another video, and I got the buckle here. This is going to attach onto either a belt or a suspender system, however you want to go. Alright, now I got to put some more greeblies onto here. Yours will probably look like this. We might mold these portions of the greeblies into a future model. But for right now, you're getting these greeblies. All I've done is I've sanded them down so that they're uniform, and I've painted them black. These are just going to get put on right here, and then another one just slightly behind that one. And I'm going to go ahead and glue those on. Now these go on to the outside portion of the left leg, your left. So if you're wearing it, your left leg, you can tell by the slant going down into the inside portion. This is my left leg. It's going to go towards the outside of it. So it's the flat part right here, not the big fat one, but this one. And all you're going to do is you're going to glue it right here. So I'm going to glue this on and then show you what it looks like. And it does not take up the whole thing, so don't glue the whole thing because you're going to have a bunch of excess glue stuck on somewhere. There's one of them. And they're going to go about 1/2 inch apart or so. There we go. Those greeblies are put on. So, all right. So we got these guys. We're gonna also take the left portion of the left leg. It's the one without the sniper knee on it, and we're gonna go ahead and put our block onto it. Again, we've been thinking about molding this in as the singular piece. So you might get this. You might get it molded into one. Right now, we're doing it as a different piece. I've just again sanded down all the edges and painted it black because it's gonna come that color. You don't have to paint the back side of it because it's all going to be covered up. If you want to go back and then touch portions of it up because you can see it around the edge, that's up to you, but you won't really see it. So I'm just going to go ahead and glue this sucker on like so, with the larger flat piece on top, like that. And just look where it actually hits the armor before you put glue on, because you don't need to glue the whole thing again. It only touches in the center portion. Just line it up the best you can. Give it a shot of accelerator. And that's what we're left with. So, that is it for the strapping on the thighs. I got all the detail pieces put onto it, and everything else. I'm gonna grab something else and we'll show you that strapping. All right, so we're gonna do the strapping for the abdominal plate, the back piece, and the chest piece real quick. These are gonna be super easy videos. I went ahead and cut two. These are about 12 inches, but this is also, all of the strapping is gonna be dependent on how large you are. So go ahead and make it to what your sizes are. I just kind of put this on, and then from here to where I need it in the back plate is really a short distance. I think 12 inches might even be a little much, but I'd rather have too much than too little. So all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a strap right here on one side, and then put it on the exact other side for the other one. So I'm just gonna go ahead and glue these bits on. And then do the same thing on the other one. Okay, we got both of those on. That's it for the abdominal section for the strapping. Actually, I misspoke. We're gonna need one more, except we're gonna use the buckles that we used in the previous video, and we're just gonna stick one of the buckles right here, right, just basically on the bottom edge of this plate right here. There we go. Then we're going to toss this off to the side. That's done with the abdomen. For the chest, we're just going to put one piece. I grabbed about 18-inch nylon here. Again, that might be a little overkill, but again, I'd rather have more than I need than less. And we're going to glue that maybe about halfway up on the chest or so. there we go. That's that. We're going to do the same thing on the back piece. We're just going to put another piece of Velcro, maybe about right here or so. And again, this one's about 18 inches or so. And again, that's probably overkill, but probably get away with 12 or less. There we go. All right, that's the strapping for there from what I haven't covered in the other videos. I'm gonna grab a couple more pieces and we're gonna do the strapping on that too. All right, so the next part that we're gonna do is gonna be the back plate. I don't have the thermal detonator on it yet, but that's fine. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take 3 of the buckles that we made earlier, and we are going to go ahead and place these. 2 of them are going to get placed like this, right above where the thermal detonator is going to end up going. They're going to go right here, just kind of centered so they don't come off over the sides. And then one of them is going to get placed right here, just right at that little top of the triangle. Right here. So I'm going to go ahead and glue those on real quick. Alright, and if you want to, you can reinforce the sides of it, but that's what we're going to be looking at for the back plate strapping. That's it for this guy. A lot of pieces connect into here. Obviously the back's going to connect here, and then the abdominals are going to connect on either side of here. So we'll let that set up for a little bit, and then we'll move on to the shoulders and the shoulder bells, or the biceps and the shoulder bells. For the shoulders, it's going to be really easy. I just have just a short little piece of hard side Velcro that we're going to stick right up here at the top. The size really isn't that important, just, you know, big enough. You can make it work. I'm going to go ahead and stick it on the armor. Now these things are not going to come on and off very often, so you don't necessarily need to glue these down if you don't want to. I'm just going to throw these in here real quick, and they should hold just fine on their own. But if you want to glue them in, you're more than welcome to. Just if you're not using glue, make sure you don't, start ripping stuff on and off immediately after putting it on. So we got that up at the top. We're going to take our shoulder or our bicep, and we're going to match them up, okay? So you'll know which one's which because the lines from the shoulder going to the bicep will match up. If you take the wrong one, the lines don't match up, they don't meet. So we're going to go ahead and meet up our lines to about where it would normally sit, which is right about here. And then we're going to go ahead and put our next piece of hard side Velcro right in, just so it gives you a little bit of wiggle room from the inside. So you don't need it too far below, not too far above. If you want to put a bigger strip for adjustability, you're more than welcome to, but this is where I'm going to stick this one at. And there we go. We got Velcro on both parts. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take another piece of Velcro, and I'm going to again line these up. This just is another about 2-inch piece or so. I'm going to line everything up, figure out exactly where I want to stick the Velcro so that it stays, which is just right behind the little curvature here in the bicep. So it's not quite over the center, it's more about right here. And I'm going to stick that in. There we go. So, and then to connect these two, what I did is I just took a little bit of soft side Velcro and attached it to some nylon. If you want to, you can just use sew-on Velcro, so it's not sticky on the back, and just use that just without anything else. You can use 1-inch nylon, 2-inch nylon, whatever you want to really attach in here. You just need a soft side bridged connector. So we'll go ahead and stick that onto a portion of it, and then we'll go ahead and line up our lines. And I'm actually going to adjust that a little bit. There we go. There we go. And that sits real nice. All right. And then I'm going to get the other one done real quick, and then I'll show you guys how to attach it to the chest piece. Alright, so I got both of these done up. They look pretty good. All the lines are meeting up nice, and it gives some room for adjustments where needed. So and then what I went ahead and did is I just got some 1-inch nylon and 1-inch Velcro and just glued those pieces together for the soft parts. So this piece will go onto here, and then you got another one on the other belt. Then all we have to do is just cut a little bit of hard side Velcro for the chest piece. And I went ahead and I put on the chest piece. Go ahead and put on the chest piece, then put the arms on to kind of figure out where you're going to want this piece of Velcro to go. And it sits kind of right at the tendon right here, like right where my shirt line is, pretty much right there too. For me, it lines up perfectly on the little the back portion of the attachment part of the back. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the back off of the chest. And I'm gonna put my Velcro just right along this this little attachment piece, which kind of pretty much lines up with the very back portion of the back, right at the line. But you could kind of cover however much you want right in here to give yourself more adjustment room if you're not sure, or if you just don't care that much. Alright, I am going to go ahead and glue these ones on just because since this section isn't very flat, because there's a bunch of ridges and stuff from where we glued things on before. I'm going to glue this on just so I can kind of get it around those corners and it's not going to pop up on me later. But you don't have to if you don't want to. I've done whole kits before without gluing anything and just using the industrial Velcro. And you know what? It works pretty good. Alright, and then I'm going to go ahead and do the other side just the same exact way, and then I'll show you what it looks like all together. Alright, so I got everything strapped up. This is kind of what it looks like with the shoulders and the chest on. The straps obviously this one gets attached to the abdominal section, and then the one that's hanging on the back gets attached to this guy right here, and the abdominal side ones that we put on get attached right here, and everything cinches up real nice. All I did next is for the hand plates, I just glued a little bit of hard side Velcro into the inside of the hand plate, and there's going to be a little bit of soft that you're going to glue, or just use the adhesion force of this to put it onto whatever gloves you end up buying. Hot glue works actually pretty well to adhere to the glove material if this is not sticking for you. But that's all there is to strapping the hand plates. So that concludes the video for the strapping. We're going to continue on this series. There's a little bit more work we have to do with some of the pieces. We got to get the thermal detonator on, so and a couple other things. So please stay tuned. If you're not already, please subscribe. Go check out 850 Armor Works on Facebook. I'll drop a link below. But until next time, thanks for stopping in.